even though I'm flying blind right now with a giant cat there. And yeah, I wanted to explain a little bit. Oh my God. Excuse me. Excuse me. This is untenable. Excuse. Oh, it's real life, at least. I think you need to hop down now. Good boy. Hop down. Yeah. So this is a weird video leading in from my last one, right? So this one's all about leaving your 9-to-5 grind to follow your creative dreams, which is kind of strange because my last video was all about how I've been rejected from every film fund available to me in New Zealand. Don't worry, I have left it on my channel so you can go and check that out. But yeah, even though I have been rejected from every film fund and every short story competition and mentorship that I've applied for, I have to remember that I'm still living my creative dream. So today I'm going to tell you a little bit about how I got here. Okay, so what was my life like before I decided to go back to film school and start writing as a career? Well, 5 years before the big decision, I was working my way up in government. I'd kind of started writing scripts for myself, entering short story competitions, but I didn't really have anything or anywhere to kind of send that stuff. I did a few free workshops that were available, but again, I wasn't really sure what I was going to do with it. So I never had like a dream career per se. I kind of fell into government work and then I kind of got stuck there. And then I kind of felt like I couldn't leave. Like, what would people think of me? I kind of started writing on the side in my free time. And I was thinking about it quite a bit when I was at work. I was bored out of my mind. But I couldn't leave, right? I mean, what would people think? And that was the fear that I was feeling. So I didn't know it at the time, but I was actually afraid about what people would think of me. Like, oh, why is she leaving her job to become a writer, a filmmaker? Like, how do you even get paid to do that? That's what I was afraid people were saying. So I stayed, and getting out of bed every day was a struggle. So by 2019, I wasn't depressed, but I just felt like my life was squeezing in on me and I felt trapped. So lots of people will say things like, oh, it wasn't one big moment, it was all these little moments. It was one big moment for me, and I remember it very, very clearly, and it just fell on me like a ton of bricks. It's probably about 8 or 9 o'clock in the morning before the rest of my team had arrived, because I started really early in the morning, like 7:30 a.m. so I could leave early. Yeah, I really loved my job. And I had a new job. Just got the promotion. I was earning more money than I'd ever earned before. In fact, I think I was only about 3 weeks into the job. I hadn't even received my first paycheck yet. And I was sitting at my desk. I was alone in that part of the office. I was staring at my emails. And I thought, oh my God, I hate it here. And it wasn't the people. It wasn't my manager. I had great teammates. I had great managers. Seriously, I did. It was just the work. It's like I just felt like I was this tiny piece in this giant, slow-moving machine. And it was honestly killing me. I knew in that moment, if I didn't change something, nothing was going to change. I was sad every single day of the work week, desperately waiting for Saturday to roll around. It's just not a way to live. Okay, so did I stand up, pick up my work laptop, like throw it across the room and scream, I quit, and walk away from my manager? No, I did not do that. I did not leave overnight. I took time to prepare. So, at the time, I had an incredible group of women around me, and about 4 or 5 of them were making really big changes in their career. So, I took time to sit down, have coffee with them, pick their brains, and just get inspired by the amazing things that they were doing in their own life. And I took the time to research exactly what I wanted. I did a lot of research about the school I wanted to go to, the type of program that I wanted. I just took time to make sure that if I was going to dedicate myself to 3 years worth of study towards a new career, that I was going to get exactly what I wanted out of it. And in that time, slowly but surely, the fear that I was feeling started to go away, and it was replaced by this excitement about the new season that I was walking into. Now, I'm not going to sell you an ebook with 5 steps to leave the grind and chase your creative dreams. Like honestly, it doesn't exist, okay? And that's because everyone's life is different. So at the time that I made this decision, I was single. Right? I didn't have a partner to think about. I didn't have any children. I didn't have a mortgage. And I think that was actually why that time in my life was so important for me, because I knew that there was this window that was open and I needed to forward roll and jump through that window as soon as possible, because it was never going to be easier for me to make such a huge transition in my life. So leaving to go back to school to be a student again and to learn filmmaking, it really only affected me. I realized it was never going to be an easier time in my life than right then. So I needed to grab that opportunity and jump. So fast forward to today, and I'm living my dream life. The title of the video is 9 to 5 Grind to Creative Freedom. But there's lots of days where I think, what am I doing? There's lots of days where I don't even know if I'm doing this quote unquote right. But I'm definitely doing the right thing for me. Every day feels like mine. Every day there's a tiny little sparkle that reminds me that this is my dream life. This is what I worked really hard for. This is what I sacrificed for. And going to film school in a global pandemic, she is a challenge. So if you're dreaming of a different kind of life, a more creative life, you're not selfish, you are not crazy. It's okay to want more joy, more creativity, more freedom. In a way, I think I'm making this video for 2017 me, to tell her that the moment will come, the opportunity will come. Grab it. Timing is everything. You deserve a life that feels good on the inside, not just one that looks good on the outside to everyone else. But if you're waiting for that time to come along, not the perfect time, but the right time, because you've got strings attached right now, like a mortgage or kids, then I encourage you to do something small towards your artistic dreams. Grab some paints at Kmart, start small, or grab your phone and do a 1-minute short film every single week. You don't have to show it to anyone, but it will build your skills and it will help you build confidence towards taking a bigger leap one day when the right time comes around. Thanks so much for hanging out with me today. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, please like it, please subscribe. I'm trying to create a really cozy, encouraging little space on the internet for creatives. I promise to include cat content in every single video. So if that's all you were here for, then Whittaker will be in the next video too. Thanks so much for being here, and I will see you next time. Can you see and hear a giant cat in front of you? Can you lie on either of the 2 beds in this room? Could you do that? Do you think you could do that? Like there's a really big fluffy one right there, and there's a little cave right there. You could lie on either of those. No, that's a pen. I think he's just out of shot, but there's an absolutely giant orange cat just lying right in front of the tripod. And he could lie anywhere, but he's not gonna. That's fun. I've got noise reducing on these mics, so hopefully you can't hear him purring, but here's a little sound of him. Yeah,